if we did a movie pitch for the meme in which young men are singing the Halo theme in a bathroom, I think we could summarize it as a combination of three movies. Wag the Dog meets the Ten Commandments meets Close Encounters of the Third Kind, done as a parody. So, in Wag the Dog, the idea is to use entertainment to promote some form of destruction. In this case, it's property, intellectual property rights, destruction. So you want to depict the concept that invading other people's privacy, re-singing copywritten music, and misattributing the views gained from that is fun and something that people should do. And that you can somehow gain some sort of sense of brotherhood with other members of a marginalized portion of society and somehow make your lot better by stealing and undermining your own society's rights. This is sort of the equivalent of young men going out and stealing cars. Instead, in this case, they're stealing a song. Now, the song is done in religious style, slow, with a set of 5 notes, pause, and another set of 5 notes, similarly done, sung by a large group, much like monks in a cloister. But these guys don't have their own cloister, they're not particularly religious, so they don't have their own place to record and isolate and replay their notes. They're a little like skateboarders in that they have a particular athletic activity that's not recognized as an athletic activity, as it has no official place where they can comfortably go publicly to do it. Unlike skateboarders, they're not getting together to make an unpleasant sound, the sound of grinding wheels on concrete, and eventually are granted a public space where this is permitted. The opposite is true. They want to get together to make a pleasant sound, which is not recognized as such by society, and the only place where they can go to do it is a space reserved for the elimination of excretory and dirty substances from the body. But they soldier on regardless, and eventually make this recording, symbolically distilling all the elements and stages in the meme propagation process. Memes are often simply weapons of destruction, propaganda weapons, like in the movie Wag the Dog. But in this case, the weapon is the reproduction of the recording, and the target is people's intellectual property and then eventually other property. The young men invade each other's privacy. They are filming each other from every possible angle and putting out images of each other's faces and voices in an uncontrolled fashion, which will then be exploited by other people looking for views and doing commentary on the activity as something wholesome, even though they're stealing, and promoting the averse of traditional religion. In the film The Ten Commandments, about half the commandments have to do with some sort of prohibition against stealing. So in that portion of the religious text, at least, you are told not to steal. But this is an inversion of that. This is religion stealing as a form of religion, and not as a way of making contact in alternative religion with other civilizations, as in the movie Close Encounters of the Third Kind, where a large crowd sings a set of 5 tones, quite similar to the opening 5 tones, 2 sets of 5 tones that are notes of the Halo theme. This is not done, as in the movie Close Encounters of the Third Kind, in order to make contact with an alien civilization, but to insulate, isolate, and alienate oneself, and to act as the alien civilization, singing a song from a movie about being an outer space technologically advanced civilization, but in this case, one not interested in making contact as far as we can see. So there's this isolation and alienation theme, but it carries on through the success of the propaganda effort. The earlier version of memes, entertainment designed to wage war, in this case, was the movie Wag the Dog, where a propagandist was hired to create a set of fictional events in the context of a war and pass them off as if they were real. And it worked. People believed that what he did was real events. But in the end, he couldn't bear not being able to take credit for the fiction he had created. The propagandist is put in a bind. The whole purpose is to disseminate a destructive message without people examining how it works in a critical fashion, and therefore being capable of countering it. The propagandist thrives on mindless repetition of the message to be conveyed, the destructive message, and in the end becomes frustrated with the lack of critical treatment and recognition of his work as something carefully crafted to achieve a specific purpose, even if that purpose was to bring down society and destroy the means of thinking that allow his work to be critically examined. So this meme then becomes this combination of three movies, as I would try to succinctly state it.